Hello and welcome back to Politics on the Prairie. I'm your host Dan Williams, or Spartan D34, depending on where you find me. And today we will be covering a tale of two districts, looking at two House districts from the 2010s and a retrospective on their presidential results from 2012 to 2020 to explain the shifting coalitions in the state of Oklahoma. First up, we have HD 13, which is was based in the Muskogee area, with a bit of the district going over into northern McIntosh County. The district was centered on a partial part of Muskogee City, where these blue precincts and lighter red precincts are here in the northern district, and then having Chakota down here in the southern portion, with the city of Taft being the other notable different precinct in this area, being a former black frontier town. Here we can see that Mitt Romney won this area by 7.5% or so, with Obama racking up a decent margin in the city of Muskogee, and of course in Taft, and then Romney doing pretty well in the rules. However, as we will see, this changes dramatically in 2016. Here in 2016, we see Trump winning by 23% of the vote, and the rules racing to the right, and even the blue precincts in the city of Muskogee and the blue precinct where Taft is located also moving to the right as well. This effect becomes even more exaggerated as we go into 2020, with Trump now winning the district by almost 30 points, and the rules becoming even redder, with Trump almost flipping this northern Muskogee precinct. Now, why is this happening? Muskogee used to be one of the epicenters of the Ancestral Democratic Coalition in the state of Oklahoma. These people were yellow dog Democrats who voted straight ticket for Democrats very much up until recently. Now, there's a variety of reasons this shift in the district happened. Ancestral Democrats leaving the Democratic Party either due to ideological differences or due to just simple persuasion over the years by the GOP, or lack of investment from National Party, and literally Democrats moving out of the area. This area has lost some population, and the thought there is that Democratic aligned individuals would go to college somewhere else and then leave this area permanently. And if you look at our final map of HD 13, we can see the overall trend from 2012 to 2020. Every precinct marches to the right, with an overall trend of R plus 21.12, which is pretty staggering. That is a world of difference between those elections in 8 years. However, not every House district moved to the right in Oklahoma. As we can see here in our next example, we have HD 87. Now, there are some baked-in errors due to the central absentee precincts that we've discussed in previous videos, but overall, Romney won this district by 13 points, with Obama only winning these two precincts in this House district. For reference, georeference, this district is west of downtown in Oklahoma City area, deep in Oklahoma County, with this bit extending into War Acres. So as we move forward in time to 2016, we can see that Clinton wins this district by about half a point, with Democrats making gains in every single precinct and flipping in four of these precincts in the 2016 election. Moving to the most recent presidential results in this House district, we can see that Biden almost clears 20% and manages to pick up every single precinct in House District 87. This shows the increasingly changing Democratic coalition in the city, with previous Republican stronghold districts, or at least Republican-leaning districts, becoming Democratic strongholds. To look at the shift here, we see that every single precinct here surged to the right, or excuse me, surged to the left, with Democrats increasing their percentage margin by over 30 points. Now, putting these two districts side by side with each other, one might think that, oh, well, Democrats gained in this district by 30, or Republicans gained in this district by only 21, so Democrats must be overall leading in the state. Well, that is not the case, because this rightward trend is duplicated over dozens of districts in the state of Oklahoma, House districts, whereas this leftward trend has only happened in a few House districts in the state of Oklahoma. A word of note, before we wrap up here, these two districts don't exist in these forms anymore. There's since been redistricting that has somewhat changed the shape of both of these districts, though they still roughly occupy the same area. But I want to highlight these two districts because of their sharp change over the 8 years between those presidential elections, and show the changing coalitions for the Republican and Democratic parties in the state of Oklahoma. Whereas these more rural districts have lurched to the right, these more urban districts have lurched to the left. Anyway, this was just a short free episode to tide everyone over while I'm working on the part 2 episode for the SQ820 vote and the part 2 swing analysis for 2018 to 2022 statewide races, and looking at the dynamics between those. Thank you all very much for tuning in today, and I look forward to seeing you in my next episodes. Please share and get more people to subscribe, because then I'll be able to put out more of these videos. And I'd like to thank everyone for sharing previously. We're now at a whopping 11 Patreon subscribers, which is just huge. Very much appreciate that. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!